What's up? It's your girl Carissa Cruz. I just did the dopest interview with RealLyfe Street Starz.
Real life. If that shit ain't real life, it ain't real life. Just ain't real life. Street Starz. You know what time it is.
RealLyfe Street Starz. Y'all start clapping right now. Carissa Cruz in the building. What's going on?
What's up, baby?
Hey, nah, don't call me baby.
No. Not like that.
I know. Thank you so much for coming on the show. How you doing today?
I'm feeling great.
Hey, before we get all the way into it, we just like to do a little brief intro, and let the people know how you got into the music.
Very unexpected. I had started off working, and my label manager kind of came in, and he was showing me his other artists, and I was like, I can sing too. And he was like, okay, let's get you in the studio, and it was just a wrap from there.
Wait, so what's your nationality?
I'm Black, Mexican, Cherokee, Indian, and Spaniard. Both of my parents are mixed.
Yeah, I knew you was gonna say more than 3.
Do you get a check? If you got Indian in you, you're supposed to get a check. Like from
check?
Yeah. From
the Indian check, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Indian check. I need to go get it. I really do need to go get it. Cause my grandma is full Cherokee Indian, like full blown Cherokee
Yeah, you get some reservation land and everything.
I know it is. My mama keeps telling me to go do it, but I'm just.
So I'm curious because you look very exotic. I'm just as you were growing up, what did you identify as? I'm just curious.
Black.
Mm-hmm.
Black.
Who were some of your musical inspirations as you was coming up? Like,
What'd you move up?
Yeah, I'm gonna catch that one.
What'd you move up?
Who'd you have?
I really want to work with Rihanna.
Now you say really? That means what is it about Rihanna that you're like? Her energy,
her style, her aesthetic, her music, her vibe. Like, I want to be a pop star just like her. Like,
how do you grade her Super Bowl performance? 1 out of 10.
I put a 10 out of 10. I be rewatching it all the time. Like the outfit was on point, everything. It was just like, it was put together really well.
Cap.
How? What? No, for her to be pregnant though?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right about that.
I thought it was cool.
That's not for real. So I always ask, I always want to know when a person can sing. At what point did you figure out that you could sing? Oh, hold on. At what point did you figure out you could sing?
I don't really think it was a point that I knew I could sing. It was more like I always grew up singing, like from I was little, from my mom realizing I could sing my ABCs in harmony till now. Like, it was never a gap where I said, oh, I can sing. Like, there's old videos of me on YouTube too of me singing. I just look crazy in them, but they're on there too.
It's funny because everyone that has that talent that can sing and come up through YouTube, they always think about joining a group. Did you ever have a situation where you were gonna be or were part of a group?
That's funny you say that because my mom wanted me to be in a group, like start out in a group like Destiny's Child, how they did it.
She was gonna Beyonce you.
Yeah, because she was my manager. She was my manager and everything. Like, we had built a home studio in my room and everything. Like,
dope.
It was gonna be like that. We were gonna find some other girls, but it didn't work out that way. It wasn't for me, I guess. It wasn't God's plan.
Would you have wanted to be in a group, like just for the pressures of the industry and kind of what you see? And
I wouldn't mind if that was me at the time, but as the person I am now, like more grown and more like knowing my sound and my image, I would want to stay by myself as an artist.
Definitely. What would you say was your first big break? Some people always go through like either a talent show where they just know, okay, this is my calling. What was your big break that you said, okay, Carissa,
like this for me?
Yeah, this for me.
I would say when I first seen my first music video I shot. That's when it really hit home for me. It was fun, like shooting it and stuff. Like, how my girls with me, like, making the music in the studios is cool. But it doesn't really hit until you really see it in action. Like, it just hit different for me when I watched it. I was like, like I could scream. I was like, what the? It hits different when you see it in real life. Like, okay, like this is real. That's really me on the screen.
Now, you said your mom was your manager, right?
At one point, yeah, when I was younger.
How easy or difficult was had to have a parent as a manager even at a young age?
I mean, she was doing a lot of research. My mom isn't really educated in the music industry. So she was on Google with everything, YouTube with everything, like how to find producers, how to find this, how to find that. So when she learned about like the studio and stuff like that, she was doing her research on what mics to buy, cords. Like she did her Yes, and then like it's funny because the thing that I had like in my studio, like you know the thing that you put right here, right before the mic. She had made it out of pantyhose.
Oh, she knew what the goddamn MacGyver. Goddamn, she gonna wait. So I'm curious. Did you ever have a situation where you wanted to either fire or just go off on your mom for not doing something right? Mama.
No, because I wasn't that well experienced either in the music. So I thought we was going on a roll. We got the studio built. We singing in there. I thought we was flowing. We thought we already made it.
So Bow came in here and said something interesting, right? As a kid star, before you're 18, they put your money in a trust, right? And then when you turn 18, you get all this money. So imagine you were a kid and you just went diamond or some crazy stuff and you turned 18 and you got like $30 million. What would you do?
With $30 million?
Like, I mean, if you just turned 18 and then you finally got all this money from your success that you've been having as a kid.
Well, first I'll pay my mama's house off.
Okay.
And then the rest put up for investments until I sit down and really figure out what investments I want to put into. So it'll just be sitting in the account until I figure that out.
What if you had a little boy you liked?
No cap. No cap.
What if you had a little boy you liked at 18 and he like, baby, I just need to borrow a little, little 10 mil, little startup business.
Wait, what?
Little 10 mil. Little 10 mil startup business.
Well, I'm confused. Wait, what's the question?
Let's say you really like this boy, 18, 30 million, open to you. I just need to borrow a little 10 mil, just to, little startup business. I want to hear it.
I don't think I could ask.
He said, I'm going to let it go.
I'm not going to have the balls to ask.
She don't have to talk about that.
Yeah, like, goddamn. So, Chris, I'm curious, did you ever have a situation where you didn't want to go by Carissa Cruz, where you maybe had a stage name that you're like, I'm going to go by this name instead?
No.
Never? It's always been solidified?
Because I used to have my Instagram name as Light Skin Carissa, but then like when I started gaining my following and supporters, they started turning the name negative. Oh, Light Skin Carissa, she's this, she's that, like thinking I was big-headed about that. But it's always been my username from then, so I just changed it to be Carissa Cruz. I didn't want to use Light Skin Carissa.
Yeah, facts. They always try to throw the, with colorism.
Yeah, the color. That's what they were saying. Like the color is here we go.
It hides behind the talent. I mean, nothing should overshadow the talent.
Yeah, so I didn't want that to be a distraction. I'm like, it's just a username. Let me just change it.
So your first video was, I know it's not, I'm sure it wasn't Pull Up, your first video, but that was your very first music video. So how long have you been, let's take us through the journey of you actually getting signed, because you're actually on a record label, right? Republic. What was the journey for you to get signed? Like who discovered you?
Trey.
Shout out Trey.
Yeah, I was at work waitressing, and he was showing me his, like, I have an artist and blah, blah, blah. And he was showing me his, at first I was like, he's about to show me some SoundCloud stuff. I'm like, okay, sure, I'll listen. But I really didn't think it was some SoundCloud stuff.
Right.
And when I listened to it, I was like, I'm just sitting there like, dang, this sounds like something on the radio. And she sounded really good. And then like once I told him, I was like, I can actually sing. I just gave up. Because that point in time when me and my mom was trying to push my music, like, I gave up because I did everything. I tried out for American Idol, all that stuff, and I wasn't going nowhere. So I told myself, I'm like, maybe it's just not for me. So I just focused on more being an influencer on social media.
Gotcha.
So then once, I started doing the music and stuff again, and my mom was just crying to me. She was like, I knew it was God's plan for you. I knew it was God's plan for you. You were meant to be a singer and blah, blah, blah. So since I got in the studio with him, then everything just kind of wrapped up. I signed, and then like it's just been history from there. Music videos, interviews, like Man. It's been a crazy ride. But it's fun, like it's so fun to me.
Right, and I mean the video was uploaded 4 months ago. So is this a fairly new thing? Like, is it a new journey? It
still feels new to me. It doesn't feel real. Like I still feel like a normal person.
That's good. Still go to Walmart.
I do, yeah.
Still shopping on aisle 19. I feel it. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I recently watched the Whitney Houston movie. I forgot the name of it, but the Whitney Houston movie. And it was showing how Clive Davis came in and really groomed Whitney to kind of be who she was. Do you feel like artist development is like a thing of the past, or like you said, you already started following through your social media following? Do you feel like that develops artists better than what someone would come in as far as a label to develop an artist?
In my situation, a label coming in is what really pushed that dream back out of me and back into, pushing me to develop into being an artist. I felt like it was better for me only because someone, any family related or anybody that I don't know, like in that knows the music industry, they wouldn't know what to do or who to contact, stuff like that. So it was just better for me personally to be blessed to have a label that stands behind me.
Yeah, you always hear the negative connotation of signing to a label, but in your opinion, what would you say are some of the positive things of signing to an actual label?
It was a blessing for me personally because, everything's taken care of. I don't have to stress about anything. Management takes care of everything. My outfits, makeup, everything. It's like I just show up.
Now, me, personally, I think R&B is making a resurgence. You got all these dope artists. You got, there's too many to name right now when it comes to R&B for me. What is your take on the state of R&B music right now?
I would say, it's doing pretty good. I like R&B music for what it is right now. I feel like the R&B music back in the day gave more of a story. And that's something I do want to work on my music coming forward, is telling a story with the music. Like a storyline type thing.
When you are writing, where do you find that you can pull more out of yourself? When you're happy or when it's something painful?
It's more just the vibe I'm in at the moment.
I feel that. Music do be about it.
Yeah, but I'm still working on my writing skills. So my writing skills isn't on 10 just yet. No, but I'm working on it.
Practice makes perfect. And I'm glad a lot of people take the skill of writing out of things where they just focus on other writers to write songs for them. But for you to be saying, hey, I'm going to, do my writing and kind of go through there, it tells your own story. So that's a blessing. Mm-hmm. Now your genre, it looked like when it's on paper, it says R&B pop rock.
Yes.
That is like a genre that I feel like I don't hear too often. Can you explain that genre for those that may not understand the R&B pop rock side?
It's really gonna be more genres added to. No, it's just diversity. I don't like to be stick to one category. I like to sing different type of music, pop. I want to get into some Caribbean vibes, Afro beats. I want to get into every type of genre, country. I want to make a country song too. I want to make every type of song. I want everybody from every part of the world to be able to relate to my music.
If you could work from an artist that's not from this country, who would it be? Not Rihanna.
CK. He's like a Afrobeat artist.
Yeah.
Shout out CK for it. Now, we were speaking on, R&B, like what's the status of R&B, things like that. What would you say for you personally is the greatest love song R&B wise? Ooh, what we digging?
Ooh, Heaven Sent by Keyshia Cole.
Wait, you making love to that? You said love song, right?
Wait, you have to make love to love songs?
What?
You can't just listen to a love song?
Love songs.
Now,
okay, all right. Baby making song. What that greatest baby making music song? Okay, so I'm like, I don't know about that, man.
You been like an old school artist.
So yeah, what's the baby making song?
What's that one?
The one, it's going down.
Sapiosexual by Tusi.
Okay, I'll take it.
I mean, I got a couple, so I don't know. There's a couple, but that was the first one that came to my brain right now.
Now you kicked him out the house. Now what's the song? He gone. Bop. He out.
No Tootsie?
You can put whatever.
Oh.
He out the house. He gone.
Yes, TG.
Nah, for real. You said ESTG?
Yeah.
That boy said I hold a gun more than I hold my son. That was his first 2 words. I said, God.
That's too crazy.
So, Carissa, I gotta ask, as far as your love of doing this, music, what's your favorite process? Either making the music, recording, performing, or music videos?
The music videos.
What is it about that music video? Is it like seeing yourself like in the lights?
No, it's not even that. It's just like when all the girls come in and they got the bottles on set, everybody's drinking, twerking, like having a good time.
That's hard.
It'd be a movie every time I shoot a video. Like
Now let's say you get invited to a festival, right? Genuine brings you out. He jumps out the crowd and falls. Bow. What is your next reaction?
I'm gonna go save him.
Help! Somebody help him!
I'm gonna jump in like.
Now, I ain't gonna lie. Normally we see this like, in the rap culture. When you have two heavy hitters beefing, where it's a fight between Usher and Chris Brown, who does Carissa got her money on?
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna stay out of it.
So, how did that hurt your heart being a singer and being a songstress to see those two legends have any type of altercation? Allegedly. We ain't seen it. We ain't seen no footage. But allegedly have that altercation.
Damn, I did hear about that too.
Yeah, it's like the R&B world is kind of was like, huh?
Maybe they can make up with some Usher bucks. Throw some Usher bucks. I think they should make up.
It wasn't Chris Brown. It was Chris Brown's crew in Usher.
Oh. Yeah. Well, I want to work with them both. So I hope they make
What
up.
type of song would you make with both? Like with Chris Brown, what type of song would you make with him versus Usher? Because I can see that. Because you're dope. If anybody watched this interview, fire. Voice dope. We'll get into that. But
For Chris Brown, I'll do more like an upbeat R&B, and then Usher slow it down.
Oh, I got you.
Oh man. Who dance better?
Who dances better? Who you got your money on?
Why y'all asking me?
You see Chris Brown do that backflip.
Yeah.
I want to say.
Across the floor with a bro.
Yeah, they're both really talented, but I'm gonna have to say Chris Brown.
That backflip mid performance.
That backflip.
But they're very both talented. They both can dance.
So I'm just curious, again, from an R&B perspective, when you seen the card pull up Mario versus a Marion, did you have a Marion winning that, or did you have Mario winning that?
I don't know nothing about that.
Versus? Oh, you missed a good one. God damn. Ooh, you missed a classic. You missed a Salone versus Club Lane.
That's about that.
What are your thoughts when you see R&B artists doing verses and putting their hits against each other, like to celebrate music when you see that going on?
I feel like to each his own. If they feel like that's what they want to do for them, they can do that. But I don't want my music to be relating to anything negative.
I feel that. And I have to ask you, because, again, you're a beautiful young lady.
Thank you.
We always like to ask, whenever you get to a certain status, does a regular guy have a chance?
Yes.
Oh, she said that quickly.
Describe the
Yeah, and when I say regular, I mean he's working the Black Forces, working at the Wally World, overnight stalking. But he spit game like a mug. He got a mouthpiece.
If he know how to treat me right and do everything right, treat me like a queen, a princess, and make sure my tiara is never falling, then he got a chance.
So I'm curious because we always have this conversation. When you see an artist who does this for a living and then a person who works a 9 to 5, can those worlds mix? Can you expect someone other than you to understand your grind and what you got to do through? Maybe you're not working regular hours. You're an entrepreneur, basically. You're your own boss. Can you get with someone that works a 9 to 5 selected schedule?
If his heart is pure and he really does know how to treat me and things like that, then I would invest in him to become an entrepreneur.
Ooh, okay.
Come on now.
10 minutes.
Come on now. You going to heaven. You going to heaven. Straight to heaven. Now you have a new song, Say Yeah, coming out. Thursday, right? Mm-hmm. Thursday.
Tomorrow.
Oh yeah, today. Yeah, tomorrow. We all heard it. I feel like on that song you showed your range as far as vocally. Like we got to actually hear you can sing. Tell us what the song's about. Just for the people who are about to, get into the song, tell them what it's about.
It's a little sexy song. About sex.
About sex. So that's your that's your baby. So that's your baby making song.
Oh yeah.
That's your baby making song.
Yeah.
Are you shy when it comes to those more provocative songs?
Yes.
How has it been like trying to pull that part of yourself out so you can, reach a broader audience?
It's really just comes with time with the different music I have. Cause like I said, all my music is different. Like it sounds different. Everything's just like, some of my music is like, what genre even is this? Is this pop or is this R&B? I can't tell. Like the music's very like diverse. Yeah.
Definitely. With that song coming out tomorrow, and the world acclamation, that's gonna get. I'm just curious. We live in a social media area. Do you like check on what the comments say? Do you respond to comments? Do you peep the comments to say, let me see what they're saying about me? Are you comment driven?
No. I'm not comment driven, but sometimes I do read the comments. Like sometimes I have negative comments and I'll just delete it sometimes, or I'll just leave it because sometimes it's just something to laugh at. Like, okay, like whatever.
What's the
Or I'll just leave it. I don't really care, but I do read them though. Like I skim through it. Like I skim through it. I'm just like, oh, what did they say? No.
What's the ugliest comment you've gotten thus far?
Her pinky toe too big. No.
Well, I haven't really had any hate comments recently.
Yeah, I can't see it.
But like, the only hate I ever received, like any backlash, was from my Instagram name. Like I told y'all, like when I had it as Light Skin Carissa, that was the only hate I started getting was from that. When I started like pulling in a lot of viewers.
We're reaching broader audiences.
Yeah, so now it's like that little drama was like it's gone now. I never hear about it anymore. Cause I changed my name, so no one really has anything to talk about.
So those are the comments, but let's talk about the DMs, man. I'm pretty sure the DMs is popping, they jumping, they go down in the DM, man. How's the DMs looking, man? Are you curving them? What's your curve game like? How you swerve?
I really don't respond to them. A lot of them are still on request, but some of the ones that I have responded to, they became my friends. Like they're just like cool, like the homie, like
Friends on.
How many, before you could buy a blue check, how many blue checks did you have in your DM? I'm sure that's all blue checks now.
I couldn't count. It's a lot. It's a lot.
What do you do when they actually phone video call you? You're like, hold on, girl.
I'm in the studio right now.
Like, oh,
yeah, do you answer like a video call that just random from a random?
Yeah, they be trying, but I don't really like, because I've been getting attention like that since I was like 16, like with people with checks trying to like hit on me or whatever. So it's like when I get older, it's like, like
it gets worse.
It gets worse. And it's like you already know their intentions, so it's like it's a waste of time.
Yeah, just be smart. Fuck playing the field. I gotta ask you, for Carissa Cruz, man, what is your idea of a perfect date?
He bought me flowers.
Okay.
He opened my door.
Okay.
Nice steakhouse.
Okay.
Or seafood.
Little filet mignon. Okay, cool. That's pretty simple.
And a good vibe, good conversations.
Okay, there you go.
But first impression is everything.
So what's the first thing you check out on a guy when you see him? You know, we always have the question like, you know, some ladies go to the shoes, the teeth, the face, the clothes. What is the first thing that catches your attention on a man?
Teeth.
Okay.
Guys, nice teeth, clean teeth. Pretty smile.
Yeah, that'll get it done. What is a deal breaker for you? Like something that may annoy you with a guy that you're like, yeah, we can't rock.
Lying. Damn. I guess lying and always wanting to.
That's so generous. Baby, it's cold outside. It's cold outside. Lying.
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, it's a lot. That's a lot people can do to be like, no. Oh, if they breath stink.
What if they watch anime?
Yeah. I love anime.
Oh shit!
I love anime. I love Naruto.
Oh shit! Boruto.
I watched that one too, but I didn't really watch all the episodes. I just love Naruto, but I watched Dragon Ball Z too.
She's going to heaven.
She's going to heaven. No, straight to.
So you got the Say Less single. Is there is there any other plans? Do you get any merch? Like what's all in the works for Carissa Cruz?
It's a lot coming up. We got some upcoming stuff.
Videos.
Videos. We got more videos coming, more music dropping. It's a lot in stores, so y'all just gotta stay tuned for it.
I'm just curious, why no tattoos?
I kind of grew up not really like being allowed to get tattoos. I grew up in a really strict Christian household, so like
we can tell.
Oh, really?
Oh no, it's on you.
It's about sex.
Sex.
Yeah, I grew up in a strict Christian household, so I'm tattoos is a no in my house. Like,
would you ever do a gospel song?
Yes, that's another thing I wanted to do.
What is your favorite gospel song?
I smile. Every time he hits me, I smile.
Hey.
I know God is working, so I smile.
Hey.
Even though I'm in for a while.
Hey.
I smile.
Hey, amen. Hey. Praise the Lord.
Now I got more than that. No, it's not my favorite song, but it's the only song that came to my head. But I don't really have a favorite song. I like all of them. I listen, like, I have a little Christian playlist. I got to look through it, see which one is really my favorite.
That's fire. You got any shout outs? Shout outs? Yes.
Shout out to my label manager, Trey Davis. Tracy! That was kidding. Blazing right here, Sheena. She's my manager. She's also a stylist, creative director, she models. She do a little bit of everything. I do want to thank Russell Lopez. He's a part of the label management too.
The public giving out change, man.
Dion Yancey, David Starks, they're part of my writing process. Dion is a great songwriter. He comes through on my music a lot. And then Russell Lopez also produces some of my tracks. He produced Encore and he produced Say Yeah. And then Randy Hood also produced Pull Up.
There you go. Shout out Randy. Shout out Randy.
Who shot the videos? Videos, I see.
It was filmed by KV and shot by Christian on Instagram.
KV
Fire.
Yeah. They be snapping every time. And my EC shot it. He's the one who does like my behind the scenes photos, you know.
Much necessary. I'm just curious, how important how important is team to you and to like making it in this business? Because a lot of people don't shout out their team a lot, but how important is it to have a team to make it in this industry?
I make sure it's a priority that I don't forget any names because, you know, I'll be trying to make sure everybody gets their time to shine. I feel like if I'm shining, I want everybody around me to shine. I'm going to brag my team off to the end of the world. So they're who makes me me.
Amen. For anybody who needs to get in contact with you for any bookings or features, how would they do that?
It'll be through my manager, BlasianMaid_ on Instagram. You can just contact her. She pretty much handles everything. She a baddie too, so y'all can
Hey, we just want to thank you so much, Carissa, for coming and sitting down and talking to us, man. It's been a real treat. Your music is awesome. You're a beautiful woman. We see you going to the very top with it, man. Don't get too lit to forget when you drop a project or whatever you're in the city, man. Come sit down and talk to us. This the best part. You are RealLyfe Street Starz.
No.